Fuck it. We'll just do it live. I'll just write the damn thing, and I'll just say it. Okay. This is the Friend Simulator podcast. We're having a bad time.
We're a pretty rough time in our lives.
But you know what?
Due to recent events.
Due to recent events. But you know what? We are not fair weather friends. We are here until the end. Mm-hmm. And it might be today because I'm losing my goddamn mind.
The end of time is upon us. The end times, the end games are upon us.
We're in the end game now. So we recorded for 20 minutes, and then my computer shut down, and then we started recording another intro, and then I realized fucking Discord was in screamer mode, and it wasn't recording Fontleroy.
Oh my god.
And he had a funny Chinese proverb, but now who cares anymore?
It was all for the best.
This is gonna be the best where we've tried to do this episode 3 times, and we're getting exceedingly worse at it.
Well, I mean, the wind has been taken out of our sails twice, 3 times, considering we gotta address the elephant in the room.
We haven't even done the intro. Who are you? Who am I talking to?
I am Fontleroy.
And
you
too? I'm also Fontleroy. How did you know?
No, come on.
No, I fucked it up. Oh my god, I should have read the screen. It says I'm Borly Borly. Oh, I said I was gonna write it and I didn't.
Oh my god.
I'm Borly Borlstein.
And this is the Friend Simulator podcast. That's right. So today we're here to be friends, and as our friends, we've gathered you to make amends. Because me in particular, have violated community guidelines on YouTube, and that caused our last podcast episode to get removed from YouTube, and I had to re-edit it and upload it, and I hope everyone appreciates it, because I was mad. It was, I'm telling you, that video was, for my standards, I'm a simple man, it was getting gangbuster views. It was in the double digits, and I'm happy for that.
The fact that any podcast episode hits double digits we should be shouting
pretty good,
heavens.
Right?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
I think it had like 18 or something.
Yeah, it was up to like 19 when I saw it, before it got, the algorithm, I don't know, AI bots that listen through YouTube videos or whatever found it.
Yeah, the AI bots got to it, I think.
Do you think someone? Oh no, we were suffering from success. I bet that video blew up so much. Someone heard those awful, vile things that you said that we don't believe. By the way, guys,
we don't believe.
We don't believe any of that crap.
Yeah, we're just here to make fun of those people.
Garbage.
But no,
I think because that video blew up so much, and we had so many people watching and listening. We got reported.
Yes.
And banned. Subsequently banned.
Yes, that is what I'm on too. I'm on that same track. I am on that racetrack and Trackmania. I am going down that strip. I don't even need my eyes open because I know it so well.
You've been there so many times. Yeah.
I've been down it so many times. You can see the skid marks of the thousands of cars that I've raced down that track. And it's not the skid marks that are anything like in my underwear.
That are anywhere near your behind.
Yes. But I think that is what happened because my zipper merging video was very controversial. A lot of people
very true,
were
actually.
there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people telling me I'm an idiot because I don't know how to zipper merge properly. And a lot of people are making fun of Americans, which is that's just great. They're like in our country, we know how to drive.
Well, that's kind of a silly take, but okay.
I
think human nature is pretty ubiquitous, but
that's like the top comment on my video right now is somebody said, "Oh, in our country where we know how to drive, it's not a problem. Must be an American thing or something."
That is, but I do love anti-American hatred from outside the States. I think it's very funny.
I was going to reply, I don't think what you guys do in other countries is considered driving, but I didn't want to hit them while they were riding high,
True.
He's really feeling like he's got to win. Yeah. He lives in like Estonia or something. His country's about to get invaded by Russia like any fucking day. He needs something to live for. I'm going to let him have that.
Yeah.
At the Friend Simulator podcast, we are gracious hosts to the successes of marginalized groups of people, like the people of Estonia.
The downtrodden and just meek, kind of repulsive people, like the people of Estonia.
Exactly. Or one of my good friends that I used to play Man vs. Machine Team Fortress 2 with, who lived in Latvia. and a single pizza in like 12 years ago dollars cost like $35 for him because the value of his currency was so bad.
Oh my goodness.
And that guy was such a treasure because he would always play the scout class in Man vs. Machine and collect all the money for us when nobody else would.
What a guy.
He embodied the spirit of labor, of socialism, because he was going to make sure that we all got our paycheck. And I love him for it. I think he's still on my friends list. I don't remember which one because I have a lot of people from Eastern Europe on my friends list, and they got weird names like Flying Baby Spider and Giuseppe, and I can't tell them apart.
No, they're all the same. They all look the same.
They all, yeah.
So, speaking of all look the same,
that's a joke. We don't think any group of people looks the same.
Well, I mean, okay, I guess we have to have a disclaimer too, saying, any like, I don't know, kind of racist thing that we say, any kind of conspiracy theory type stuff, it's parody to us.
Yeah, we're making fun of those people. We're not agreeing with those people.
Yeah, because to me, I hate, I love repeating myself, but in other contexts, I hate repeating myself. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like
if
I
it's
can,
a meme,
there,
that's great.
I have certain spiels that I can just say to someone over and over and over, and it's very like soothing to me almost. And then now trying to repeat like some of the funny jokes that we had, in our previous recordings, it's like pulling teeth for me to like drag it out because it feels. I guess it's because it feels inauthentic. Because it's like all riffing, you know.
Yeah, I actually don't even remember.
For myself, you know.
I don't even remember, other than just the natural commentary we had on what we're going to talk about. But we'll see. Maybe we should just memory hole it for another. I don't know. Who fucking knows what we're going to do at this point? It's a disaster.
What do you mean memory hole it? I mean, it's done. Like it's gone.
Yeah.
Like
you mean out of our minds or?
No, no, literally is gone. Like there's no getting any of that content back.
No, I don't mean getting the content. I mean like
just literally
shelving it until we forget about it to talk about it again.
Got it.
But I wanted to actually talk about before. So we love all groups of people here. I want to say that first off, race, religion, able-bodied. We were talking about that. All those things. We love them, okay? We're pro every person having a good life, okay? The first and foremost, number one here at the Friends Simulator Podcast is we're here to make friends.
We're all friends here.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, it's like an old Western saloon. Can't we all be friends here?
Yeah. You're gonna walk in. You're gonna get your lemonade mixed with vodka at the age of 12, and you're gonna like it.
And your sweet sarsaparilla.
Yeah.
Do you have something you wanted to say? Otherwise,
something you said kind of made me think of something that I've talked about or come up before, because you mentioned looking the same or whatever, and I always find this is an interesting thing because this is very common among like all groups of people. All groups of people make the same kind of commentary that other groups of people all look the same to them. Yeah. And I find this very interesting. There's a psychological explanation for this, but basically, if you don't see certain groups of people. Like, let's say you live in an area that, the county that we grew up in was, 98% white. And then the biggest minority population was, probably Hispanic and then, Hmong, Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you don't say Hmong in particular or, the kind of Asian,
Yeah. So, because generally people will say, a white person would say, oh, Asian people, they all look alike or whatever. And the reason this is because they just do not have the experience of seeing Asian people, so they cannot differentiate faces as easily as they could for white people.
The minute differences.
And because the brain, this is getting at the deeper level. This is kind of where racism comes from.
Generalization. It's easier for your
it's pattern recognition. We're taking limited experiences and putting them in a pattern to make it easier to then filter that for our brain, so our brain needs to do less work in the future. Because the brain is smart in its ability to be efficient for future situations, but the brain is dumb in terms of its ability to be critical of the information that it's already gathered. So when you are looking at, groups of people they all look the same, I used to kind of think that too, I haven't seen Asian people, I can't really tell them apart. And then I start seeing more Asian faces, you're online, you get exposed to more groups of people and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, actually Asian people, they look so different. And there's so many different it's as varied as any other group of people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's just one of those interesting kind of things that like I find it so funny whenever a group of people says X group looks the same. You know, people say it about white people say it about black people, and it's always ridiculous every time. But it's one of those like ideas that just like lingers on like Twitter Spaces.
It's very prolific or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's due to the lack of experience. So anyways, when I was in Denmark, no, Sweden, actually, it was really bad. Because when I was in Sweden, there's like 3-4 like archetypes of like, you know, women there, I guess.
Oh, okay.
And like the blonde, like it is such a stereotype of like the blonde-haired, blue-eyed like chick. And like, again, like you said, it's silly. Not like they all look the same to me, but like, funny anecdote with that. We took a plane, from like, I think it was on the way into Scandinavia. So I took a trip to Denmark for the international, 2024. Dota International in Copenhagen.
Yeah, you were going from Copenhagen to Sievenhagen.
We were going from Copen. We were Copen, and then we were Seethen, then we were Malden.
Oh no!
We went full Mald, dude. I could not believe when insert team here that I like did not win against insert team here that I dislike.
That's the worst.
And I was irate. I was seethe and molding.
You're right. You only have that right in Denmark, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, that right is revoked here in the States.
Yeah, we've lost that right in America now.
It is crazy to see, like, just kind of like the effects, just the light effects of, like, consumer protection, where, like, in the stadium, it wasn't just extortion prices on everything.
Yeah, you mentioned that, like the I don't know, what do you call, like the kiosks, the
concession stands,
concessions. Yeah, it was like reasonably priced and good food too.
It was good. It was very good food, reasonably priced, well apportioned. It was a trifecta of just
that's the pick 3 and get 3. Food. You can't even pick 2. In America, it's like have 3, pick 1. You know, you only get one.
Yeah,
you pay $8 for a hot dog.
Things. Yeah,
and you're lucky if you get a bun. The hot dog the bun is gonna be up and down. The hot dog's gonna be left and right. You have to put the hot dog in the bun for yourself.
And it's all pig's anus too.
Yeah, it's all.
But like, it was just so funny. On the plane coming in, I turned to my friend. I'm like, oh shit, I think we're on the same plane. Because I thought we had to do a layover. So this is kind of interesting. All flights going into like the Scandic countries, they all stop in Iceland.
Interesting.
Every single flight that's going to like Norway, Sweden, insert other Scandinavian places, Denmark, Finland. So
that's where they filter people out, huh?
Apparently, because the custom, you have to go through, is it customs? Yeah, you have to go through customs every time. And the guy that was like interviewing me was like, I don't know, I think maybe he was playing hard ass or something, but I couldn't understand him, so I had to keep like asking him like, what'd you say to me? And I think he was getting progressively more frustrated repeating himself, and I'm like, dude, it's not my fault you have an accent, right? Like, it's not your fault either, but like, this is the situation that we have.
At least try to speak
maybe halfway here.
Like, don't be like socially obtuse in a situation where you need to be like communication clear.
Yeah. So that was kind of funny. It felt like he was giving me a little bit of a hard time, but I made it through that. No, they filter you, but it's also it's literally an exit through the gift shop situation where like they funnel you through like customs or whatever, then through the customs area, you go downstairs through a gift shop. You have to go through a gift. You have to go through a gift shop to go into the terminals proper. Yeah, it's it's awesome.
That's so clandestine.
Funny. It's so you wouldn't notice if you're like a dum-dum, right? But
oh my gosh.
But
was there a big plan to eat you?
What?
Was there a big plan to eat you?
Was there a what?
A big plant.
Big plant?
Never mind.
I'm so lost.
It's okay. I want to,
Okay.
but okay. It sounds like you were making a joke though that like you were on the plane and you saw a bunch of people and then you had to transfer to another plane.
I saw.
But you saw the same
so,
people.
Yeah, we transferred.
Or they looked the
it was
same
like
to you and you thought you were on the same plane.
Steward, there was. I swore. One of the stewardesses was the same.
Oh my god.
Same steward. And I turn to my friend. I'm like, oh, dude, I think we're on the same plane. Like that's the same stewardess. And then he's like, no, you idiot.
Oh my god.
They're two different people.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
But what if, couldn't it be that she's just on another plane now? Like, they don't, stewardess don't just, they're not like locked to one plane. It could have been.
Yeah, it very well could have. Yeah, and maybe he was in the wrong.
Yeah.
But then that became, yeah, I'll die on that hill. But then it became
fuck
a running
him.
meme of, yeah, fuck that guy. Piece of shit.
They're not a friend of the Friend Simulator podcast.
They're not part of the friend army.
Yeah, here we have the friend army.
Well, I was trying to think because I was actually talking to actually that same
what?
friend.
What?
About because you know how every big name streamers and whatever YouTubers have they'll have a name for their fans or whatever.
Oh yeah. Oh, we need a name. For
we
our
need
fans.
that. I mean, I feel like ours is so easy. It's just calling them friends.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just so simple.
They're our friends.
It's too simple. It's all right, friends.
The friend army. Hey, friends. Yeah.
Friend army though.
Friend army. Okay, no, we don't want to. We don't want to draw military parallels. This is not a military or any type of paramilitary organization, but it is a parasocial organization.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
we are here to get our emotional needs met because we are lonely and sad individuals in this capitalist hellscape, and that's what we're here to get some brief reprieve from.
Also losers.
Okay. If you're listening to this, you're a big loser. I'm king loser. You can't see this right now on Discord. My picture is of some kind of aardvark with a crown and a dunce cap. Doesn't get any more loser than that.
That's what that's supposed to be. I thought it was a sloth.
You're right, it is a sloth. I just didn't remember the name, and I like the name of Aardvark.
Well, I
don't know what an aardvark is actually.
That is my autism. It's I think they kind of look like anteaters, kind of.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
I like animals.
Yeah.
I like animals and animal things.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I do appreciate the new thumbnail. I like the horse.
Oh, you can see it. Oh, because you saw it in that video. Oh no, it's supposed to be a spy.
It was supposed to be a
supposed to see it on.
Oops.
Oh no.
Oopsies.
It was supposed to be a big
spoilers
thing when you saw it on YouTube. Yeah, you like the horse there? The horse creeping in from the side.
Yeah, he's giving the look.
He's giving the look. Oh,
do we talk about that? Should we talk about that on here? Or is that
the look? Let's save that. I'm gonna write here. Do you have? I'm gonna write that in.
Notes or
I'm just gonna write in the look, and because I got so many pictures of the look, I don't want to
Oh yeah.
I want to do it justice.
We can have a full montage.
We can have a full episode where I have multiple animals giving the look.
That's awesome. Yes.
Yeah. So let's say So
you're right. We do need to give it the respect it deserves because
Yeah.
it is one of the funniest things to be.
So everyone, stand by and stand down on the look.
I love people's insanity. Oh, I thought of something kind of funny. So, in the last video, you said that I, Fontleroy, love corporations.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact about me.
Yeah, an immutable trait, really.
An immutable trait, but the thing is, it's a common mistake. It happens all the time. You have me, Fontleroy, messed up with someone I almost consider my bizarro self, Fontleroy.
Oh.
Okay? So Fontleroy loves
See, the thing is I read it in text and I couldn't tell the difference.
Exactly. And it happens all the time.
See, when I get these emails, I can never tell if they're coming from Fontleroy or if they're coming from Fontleroy. I hate that Fontleroy guy. He's the worst.
That motherfucker's always trying to contact people that I'm talking to and trying to, swoop in, steal my thunder, and he's the complete opposite of me. I hate it.
You know what? He's always eating onions and garlic at work. Disgusting. And not even other food too. Just literally whole cloves of garlic.
Straight up. Yeah.
And an onion like an apple. But he's always emailing me about trying to get these product sponsorships.
Mm-hmm.
And I think didn't he? I think he emailed us recently about one in particular. I think it was called like
He's been
Hush
big
Me.
on this one. He's been big on this Hush Me. I'm
Yeah,
not a fan of it. But again,
Okay.
he's trying to kind of steal my name and my image.
Yeah.
To,
So let's
to hawk this crap.
Yeah. So I went to the webpage. I got it up. So let's look over how do you say his name again? I kind of
Fontleroy.
Fontleroy. Okay, so Fontleroy, he's showing us this product. It's called Hush Me. I have it up on the page right now. So if you're watching the video, you can see what Fontleroy is trying to sell us. It's quite disturbing. It looks like we have the Ukrainian President Zelensky doing a private FaceTime with Joe Biden while 2 Russian asset spies are listening to the conversation. And Zelensky is trying to give critical information about how's the war going. Really, he's just saying, hey, Biden, use presidential action as deemed by the Supreme Court. Send me 40 nukes so I can just blow up Putin's like whole regime, his Nazi regime, if you will. And he can have that private conversation because this Hush Me device, it might look like some kind of ridiculous muzzle.
It's a corporate muzzle. I mean, that's what it is.
But it's also about your privacy.
Because it's not a sex thing. That's what it should. When you scroll down on
it
this,
really
it shows
should
like
be.
the phone notifications. It should say like right under anything else. It should say not a sex thing.
Honestly, it really does need that distinction. And the reason I want to say that I 100% agree with that is because it's called Hush Me.
Hush Me, yeah.
Hush Me.
Like
what kind of
sub thing?
Yeah,
like
thank you.
Thing.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm
Thank
part of the. I'm not part of the culture, but I've been part of the culture. Let's just say.
Yeah. When I see Hush Me, I'm seeing this is a submissive and breedable corporation. They're looking to get told what to do. They're looking to get, you don't want to be listening to your sub talk on and on about, their day at work or whatever. You just put this shit on their mouth. You're golden. It's great.
Corporation's the dom and the employee is the sub.
Yes. Yeah. So in the corporate sense, the manager comes in, hey, I got these great new devices. And then all the cubicle workers got to wear these weird muzzles all day. That's the relationship. That's how corporate America gets you. So if your manager ever walks in with one of these cock and ball torture devices, but it goes on your mouth, you know exactly what's up. You're the sub.
So now I know that Fontleroy's been hawking this Hush Me, but I've been getting a lot of emails from this other guy, Borly, for the Steno SR.
Oh
Pro.
Yeah, that Borly guy. He's not associated with me. He's not a friend.
Yeah, it took me a long time to realize that.
Yeah, but so yeah, he's
one letter off.
He's a little it's easy to make that mistake. It's an easy mistake to make. But the problem is the Steno SR Pro that he's hawking, I'm looking at, it's a little tacky.
The second picture, it does not look right.
I mean, it looks like a vacuum you put on your mouth.
Yeah, on your mouth.
It's why? Where were you gonna put it?
I was gonna put it on my mouth.
Oh.
What did I say? Did I say weird or something?
No.
I
thought that was
100%.
You had good timbre and tone in your voice. I understood it clearly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. And wait, are you speaking out of one of these right now?
Oh no, I'm not. But if you want to hear what it sounds like.
Oh, we can get a live demo. Oh, let's scroll down. Let's go down.
Yeah, go down to the videos.
Actually, you know what? It was when I played this video that the recording crashed.
Yeah, I know. I'm having a
sweat
moment.
Let's not. So I'm okay. We have to break. I have to break the bit for a moment. When we were recording last time and we played the video, it actually crashed my computer. So I really don't want to play the video again.
It's so good though. Like the mic quality is peak because it's bad mic quality.
I know. You know what? I know how I can get it. I'm gonna make this sacrifice. I'm gonna stop recording.
Oh my god.
We'll record it separately.
Yeah.
So that we have this. Okay, 1 second.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we're hitting F5 in Baldur's Gate.
And we're back. Okay, so we have Steve Sutton here, and he's doing a customer review for the Steno. I'm going to unmute it, and we're going to listen to how he uses this fucking device.
His experience with the Steno.
I just read the customer review blurb that he wrote. Air can't escape, so it's hard to speak. Oh my god, here we go.
After say more than a few words,
Saying more than
the air pressure in the
I'm just gonna be quiet.
gets so high that it rapidly becomes extremely difficult to get the words out.
That is incredible. I couldn't even understand what he was saying.
That's why I love it.
It's like it's difficult to become. It was like he was a dying robot. Look, you could be a 12-year-old boy in a high school class.
Oh yeah, you're going through the pictures.
Yeah, you could be a 12-year-old boy in a high school class using your Steno to bully kids on Roblox, and I gotta be honest, feisty black women in the background are gonna be thinking this is the shit. God. You know, she is bricked up.
Yeah, that guy rules.
Yeah, so if you're a 12-year-old boy with a genius level IQ in an upper level math class, and you want to bully kids on Roblox, and then have the bullying that you're doing with your Steno SR Pro 1 be so arousing.
Okay, this is a random
that you gotta buy
thing,
this product.
but like that kid's arm is pretty hairy, right? Is that normal?
Oh yeah, he has got a lot of hair on that arm.
Is that normal for like a
Is that the
kid?
lighting?
I don't know.
I think he's a werewolf.
I think he's preteen
wolf.
werewolf.
He's preteen wolf, yeah. There's a lot of shit going on in this image.
The one under all these, like they have that. I'm telling you, dude, they have that sheen on them.
Wait, is that a judge? She has a gavel in the background.
Yeah, that's
for
what
the
I was
woman.
pointing out. It looks again.
It's got the sheen
okay,
though. You're right. This one's the most
It's
sheen.
got the sheen.
This one's
very sheen.
This one could be a comic book.
Because it looks like it's supposed to be like a gavel, but then it's also
broken.
like one of those. Well, it looks like it's one of those like podcaster mics, like the hanging mic.
Oh yeah, you're right, dude. It looks.
But it's on a gavel.
It looks like it's
sheen.
AI image.
It's sheen to That's what I'm saying when I say sheen. That's the code that I'm saying when I say sheen.
Yeah.
It's AI.
No,
it's
the bottom one, the bottom one, the background's sheen, but the guy, yeah, I mean that's all authentic. That's the CEO of Steno SR.
That is Mr. Steno himself.
That's Mr. Steno SR Pro 1, pocket-sized sound booth. Now,
privately use speech technology and eliminate background noise with the industry best voice isolation microphone.
Now that's
the title of
that's the name of the product. I like how the name of the product is literally a description on what to do with it.
Description of it.
It's telling you what to do.
I want to see that on the box. That better say that on the box.
That better be the whole fucking title. I just love that he's just deep throating the fucking thing. Like he has a fucking banana in there that he's eating and then recording like his fucking ASMR with it.
Well, he just looks so soulless.
He's just staring off into the. Oh yeah,
because
the people in the background for him look like they're like young kids. So he's at an elementary. He's at the kids section of the public library.
I guess like you have to look at the hands, right? Because AI just can't do hands, just like any good artist.
Yeah, where is his pinky?
Well, difficult.
I mean, some AI's gotten hands pretty good. It depends on how much which one you're using.
But his pinky looks kind of borked.
His pinky does look a little back. It's a little back there. I mean, the fact that he's in the front, he's in the foreground, the laptop's in the background.
This is fake. This image is fake as fuck. I don't know why we're like even talking.
What do you mean?
It's
what?
Real.
Wait, you're saying Mr. Steno himself isn't real? No.
Yeah, just like that. The guy that was apparently like funding Tim Pool. Did you know about that?
Oh, the guy who was. I mean, I know
it was this Russian corporation.
Yeah. It was through Lauren Chen or whatever.
But then they had like a fake CEO that was all made up.
Oh yeah, I remember some of this. Yeah, because there was like a guy who was actually supposed to be someone else, but he said his name was something else, and then that's what they were getting the money through. So it was like less. It was supposed to be like less connected through like the Russian channels, but obviously it was all like a Russian conspiracy. And this guy's getting like hundreds of thousands of dollars a month to like push obvious conspiracies, and like he's not questioning why his friend is able to give him all this money to make this specific content, even though it's like, wink, wink, it's not the specific content. It's
I'm just giving you money to talk about whatever you want to talk about.
And you just happen to keep talking about the things that I want you to talk about. I don't know how that's aligning.
It's really, really sweet serendipity.
Really making me think.
Or not.
Yeah. So, you got anything else you want to roll into, or should we?
If you wanna go into anything, I mean, I really wanted to get the Fontleroy Borly in there to really get that into the ethos.
That's really great, because you know what? In the future, whenever we're you know, when we're
That's what I'm
when
saying.
we're making
saying
fun
out loud.
of bad people, that's Borly. That's
Mhm.
Fontleroy.
Mm-hmm.
They're bad people. And we don't agree with anything that they ever say. So when they're talking, we'll let you know.
We'll let you know the Borly and Fontleroy takes, and we have the genuine good takes.
Yeah.
All right.
The good and wholesome takes.
Well, actually, I was wondering if you had any shit takes
Shit
this week
takes.
in regards to zipper merging.
Zipper. Oh, yeah.
If you could come up with any kind of
a shit take about zipper merging.
a shit take on zipper merging. That was something that I wrote down and thought could be cool. I don't know. You can say skip and I'll just turn beet red and be really embarrassed the whole podcast. It'll probably alter the relationship
forever,
for years to come. Really,
I think
yeah.
I think Borly's gonna have to handle this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pass it off to old Bar over there.
So I think actually, what is zipper merging?
What is zipper merging? You tell me.
Okay, this is Borly here. This is me.
Yeah.
This is not Borly. Borly knows about zipper
Fontleroy.
merging. Borly knows zipper merging. He made a video about it.
Mm-hmm.
He's so smart. He's such a smart guy.
You'll probably hear from that video.
Yeah, you were probably here right now because you watched that video and you hated me so much. I mean, you loved it so much.
I gotta find out more about this guy so I can hate him even more.
Yes, exactly. So, zipper merging is when you have two lanes of traffic, and then, for whatever reason, one of the lanes has to end, and then the road, goes down to one lane. This is usually when two lanes of traffic are going in one direction, and then the road is changing to, cross traffic, essentially. But there are certain instances when the traffic is set up such that you want to be in a particular lane to allow other traffic at other intersections to get into the other supposedly open lane. So this can get a little messy, but zipper merging is meant to create more opportunities for cars to get on the road, generally. The problem is sometimes the lanes are full and it creates problems. Zipper merging doesn't solve traffic problems.
Only sometimes.
Only sometimes. Yeah, only so. And that's and that's at peak efficiency, mind you. When zipper merging is working at peak efficiency, it's still not even 100% effective, okay? It's a band-aid. It's not a cure. But
so the idea is just to keep traffic moving, right? As opposed to herky-jerkiness, I guess.
Yeah, it's supposed to allow the cars to come together as if teeth on a zipper. So the cars in the left lane, if you need to merge left, leave space so that the cars in the right lane can get over. And ideally, they do this, kind of in a sequential pattern.
It seems like the most convoluted way of doing it. I don't know. Like, I know I'm the average idiot, but like, I just feel like if everyone's in the correct, quote unquote, correct lane ahead of time, what's the problem?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, does it go it goes too far back or something?
That's
why
what some people said. Some people said it goes too far back and that it will back up earlier intersections.
Maybe we should have public transit then.
Yeah. See, at that point, zipper merge isn't gonna solve. Yeah. At that point, zipper merge isn't gonna solve the problem. You need to take cars off the road. Like you can't fix traffic by adding more lanes.
Right.
There's a thing called induced demand. Like
there's a thing called what I spoke over it. I'm so sorry.
So
it will happen again.
There's a thing called induced demand.
Oh.
So like when you add more movable infrastructure to an area, you create a demand to go to that area.
Yeah.
So like that's why building more lanes doesn't help. You need to build smarter, not more.
Yep.
You can't just like it's kind of like if you're ever playing Factorio and you have a really jank setup, like one of the friends of the podcast, maybe they have a lot of, we'll call it spaghetti.
A lot of spaghetti.
They build a lot of spaghetti.
He's a pasta man.
He's a fan. He's an Italiano pasta carbonara. Okay. Gabagoo. He loves, his favorite thing is the tit of Bottiglia. That was from a movie called Benvenuto al Sud. There's like a part where they go to this like buffet or some fucking shit, and there's just a giant milky mozzarella thing called the tit of Bottiglia.
God.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. But anyway,
you think you're better than me?
No.
You see these
movies? Nobody that's doing zipper merging properly is better than anyone else. But if you're not doing it properly, you're worse than everyone else.
Mm-hmm. Subhuman.
Yes, exactly. And that's something Fontleroy would say. Not
That's a Fontleroy take. I'm reading
take,
from a text Fontleroy sent me, and I can't believe I'm even uttering.
We
it
don't
myself.
even condone that. That is disgusting. No. Okay, so I got Barley coming over in the studio right now. 1 second.
Barley, you there, bud?
Yo, what the fuck is up?
Oh, okay. Welcome, Barley, to the podcast.
What did you guys want me here for?
I was just wondering if you had any takes, any proper, well thought out takes on zipper merging.
Zipper merging. Okay, let me think. Well, see, my favorite thing is I love when all the cars, nobody's in the right lane. I think the right, so when you zipper merging and you gotta go into the left lane and the right lane's going to end, everyone should be in the right lane. No one should be in the left lane. And then that way when the traffic is backed up, then cars go in the left lane. So the left lane is the overflow lane. Right? And then everyone, because my favorite thing to do with driving is I like to turn the steering wheel. So if we all in the right lane, we going fast, and then I get to turn the steering wheel when the lane ends, and I get to pretend I'm in NASCAR.
Okay.
That's what I like to do.
That's a good.
That's how I want to drive the car. Okay, I gotta go beat my daughter. 1 second.
All right. Really interesting accent though that guy has. I can't really quite pinpoint.
Yeah.
I'm accent bloodhound myself.
Yeah, Borly's back really now. I don't know what he like. He like ran down the stairs really like frantically. I think he just like snorted coke or something.
He didn't sound like. It must have been a really weak batch or something. He didn't sound too like coked out, but he's definitely on something. I didn't say a substance, but you know how someone says like, I'm on one. Like he's on one a little bit.
He's on something. He might be
the best of us.
He might be a really popular movie that came out recently.
Substance.
Yeah, The Substance. I was looking at 1-star reviews of it. That was my initial plan was I was gonna read 1-star reviews of The Substance and see how long it took you to get it.
Oh, oops. Well, you gave it away. You didn't even have to tell me. You could have just brought it up later, asshole.
Yeah, sorry. Well, because the funniest thing to me was when I was talking to a friend of the podcast, and one of his favorite segments was when I would read 1-star reviews of movies that you've never seen, and then just like kind of laugh and snicker the fact that you've never seen this movie that I've seen.
Yeah, I know. I love that too. That's that's one of my favorite bits too.
So I'll have to find a 1-star movie. I'll have to find a 1-star movie to like read reviews of.
Actually. While we're here, let's see if we can see 1-star reviews of the Stenos. I want to see if this has any. Oh, I gotta sign into goddamn.
Oh, are you signed into Amazon? I am signed in. Let me go look. I'm gonna go down here. 1-star reviews, please. Okay, so I have been a court reporter for over 10 years, and this is the worst mask I've ever had. The sound quality is horrible. I've purchased Talk Technologies mask in the past. As a mask? It's for COVID?
Like a
COVID mask. 11 people found Steve Sutton helpful.
Yeah, I'm one of them. 12 now.
How do I where are more reviews? Is it just these two? There's only 2 1-star reviews? Where do they go? It says is there only 10 reviews total? No, it says 53.
No, it says 53 global
ratings. What the fuck are the rest of the 1-star reviews?
Well, maybe they gave it ratings, but not reviews.
Oh, you're right. If I just click 1-star, that doesn't necessarily mean review. All reviewers, 1-star only.
See all details for what?
That's most recent. Oh, it's just these 2. Oh, see all details. Fuck, it's just I'm just back at the page.
It's horrible. I've purchased the Talk Technology masks in the past, but this design is the worst.
How do I just want to see all the reviews?
Okay, but let's see the 5-star review. Let's go to the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah, let's see the people who love this product. Holy shit. Dictation on newer devices has gotten better. Over the past couple of decades, I've delved into dictation and tried a variety of microphones, digital recorders, not to mention different speech-to-text programs. In the past few years, things have gotten better, but things have. This is an AI review. What is this? This is ChatGPT.
They saw how this thing's designed, and of course they're talking about dictation.
Yeah, they're taking dick all right. This one. I like this one. Works well, but quite a bit of room left for improvement. 5 stars.
That's awesome.
Okay. Here we go. He's got a story. He wrote a story.
I love stories.
Okay.
Man.
Let me explain my use of this device. I sit in a crowded office and have to do sensitive phone conversations for business. I have added a splitter and attached a set of headphones to it to make a rudimentary privacy device, since none is available in the market. Hush Me keeps dangling their device in air from 2 years, and it looks like the pie in the sky. Microphone in this device. What the fuck? This isn't Hush Me. This is Steno.
But I think he's comparing it to Hush Me.
I think he's saying how Hush Me is like going to be the gold standard when it comes out, because this was written 4 years ago. So he's been jonesing for Hush Me, but now he's like, this is pretty good too. It dappens the voice really well when properly placed on the face, even with beard.
Even with good brain. Patting is soft and doesn't hurt.
Technology-wise, it has nothing.
Acoustic design is good and serves its purpose well. Acoustic design. It didn't sound
what
very
acoustic?
Good
it sounded like ass. The acoustics on Steve Sutton's. He was using it like a fucking like a breathing mask. Like it was supposed to be pumping oxygen into him.
He was using like a CPAP machine.
Yeah, I CPAP machine.
He was dying with it on. So, which would you prefer? Okay, a gun to your head, you have to use.
Oh my god.
Would you use the? Okay, just wait. I need to get the name down. Would you use the Steno SR Pro 1? Is a pocket-sized sound booth, privately use speech technology, and eliminate background noise with the industry best voice isolation microphone?
My god.
Or would you use the Hush Me?
Well, I'm skewing towards the Steno, and I hope you see this review by Mark Zarnecki. I have to bring the image back over on the podcast right now. He attached his own Steno holder to hold on his face.
Where is this review? Is it just all reviews?
I went to 5-star reviews, and then it's on the next page. It's the last 5-star review.
Multiple pages. Oh, where the fuck?
And so
page. Got it.
He's got a picture of himself with a fucking jockstrap device. He attached it to his face.
He said he's in Velcro hell.
Good audio, terrible wearability, even with the additional purchase of a strap that puts you into a small person agony hold.
Why'd he give it 5 stars?
Velcro.
That's
Velcro hell! Oh my god! And he gave it a 5-star review.
I've seen like memes of that where people are like, this is the worst thing that I've ever had in my life. My dog died because of this. 5 stars.
You know what? I think this is where the Trump voters came from. They're like, the economy's worse than it's ever been. I'm voting for Trump.
Well,
holy shit. What the fuck is this? That's amazing. God.
I wish Steve Sutton gave it a 5-star review.
Yeah, we really need to wait on Steve Sutton's take.
You know what? We need to find. Okay, what else has Steve Sutton reviewed? Maybe he'll
That's
have
a good
other
idea.
Really helpful.
Steve Sutton.
We're just going down this.
Where is Steve Sutton? Well, I'm trying to get back to Steve Sutton. I keep getting. They don't want me to leave Mark Zarnecki. Oh my god! Do not look at Mark Zarnecki.
He gave her a review for pants.
He has no activity to share apparently, but he has 119 hearts.
And a former web series creator. Oh, that's cool. I wonder what web series he created.
Wait up, I'm trying to get to
this guy's
Steve
rules.
Sutton. Okay, I'm on Steve Sutton's page. Oh, dude, this guy looks based as fuck. Let me bring him back over.
This guy's awesome.
This guy is too based for this. Oh my god, he's got so many reviews. He reviewed pants, nice and airy.
That's what I said.
You know Steve Sutton is farting in those pants.
Oh yeah, it's nice and airy.
Oh, but the shirt tight. Poor adhesion on. What is poor adhesion
Whatever
on?
the hell that is.
What is that?
It looks like a book or something.
Looks like a piece of the wall they fucking cut off.
Oh,
I think he just cut off part of his wall and said, "Oh, the adhesion here sucks." Oh yeah, for brick walls.
Okay, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. Now I have This is insane. Oh,
he's reviewing body cameras, probably when he's like trying to spy on his fucking granddaughter.
Hold up, look at this shit.
Okay, let me go over.
These are like.
What the fuck is happening with that woman? What is going on there? She's just deep throating a fucking
very
toilet bowl cleaner.
That Troy Studio vocal dampener, high quality silicone voice silencer for singing practice warm is very sexual.
Yeah, that might be the most.
Oh,
that's
really
that's the horny side of private conversation devices.
So is voice dampener for singing practice, performer stress relief vocal streamer 4. It's also very sexual.
Ooh.
I like the one who's screaming into it. That would be the Soulcare voice dampener soundproof mask for singer stress relief.
Oh my god, why is she screaming?
And she doesn't even have it on.
Okay, let me bring it back over here. So we got one girl is deep throating a toilet bowl cleaner. One girl's screaming.
She's sniffing it. The one on the right is sniffing it.
Yeah, she's getting a good old whiff. Jesus Christ. Oh, there's more on the right. Oh no, there's. Oh yeah, you're right. Oh wait, she went from screaming. Oh, that's a different girl. There's one girl screaming. The other one's different girl. The other one is just. I like how the hand is like a.
The one that's kind of giving a blowjob looks a little bit like. So the one on Troy Studio vocal dampener, high quality silicone voice silencer for singing practice warm, looks very similar to the girl on Focus Sound portable vocal dampener, soundproof singing mask warm up, a gift for singers actors.
Wait.
They look very similar, but I don't think they are.
I know. I think they are the same person and what we're seeing here. So, wait a minute. What's going on? So we have Tilcare voice dampener, and the Tilcare voice dampener looks like the Focus Sound portable vocal dampener. Those two look the same, but the girls on them are different. But then the girls look the same from the Troy Studio and the Focus Sound. What is happening here? Are we uncovering something?
I feel like I'm like.
Are we in the Matrix?
Yeah, I feel like
this girl is that girl, but that device is this device, but the names are different. What's going on?
Yeah, we're kind of really cracking this case wide open right now, and I didn't even know we were part of a case.
I'm scared right now.
I feel like we're gonna end up in a truck at the end of this episode. I think this one's gonna get taken down for conspiracies.
Yeah, my conspiracy is that the people who are advertising these products and these products are not what they seem, and I'm scared about that.
They're all kind of simulations type stuff.
Yeah, we're breaking the conditioning.
I liked that movie that we watched.
What
Speaking
movie?
Of simulations, I forgot what it was called.
Oh, the one we watched together. Oh my god, I'm actually blanking on it. Fuck.
Mr. Moon or whatever.
I saw the TV glow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that movie was great.
You already did a review of it, so we don't have to go too into it. But
I want to make one correction. I don't know where I said this, but in the movie, I have been telling people that part of the evidence of the movie being fake is that the houses have double-digit addresses, and I've never seen this before. I have a correction. I actually went to a house with a double-digit address recently. So they do exist. They are a real thing. I'm wrong.
Maybe you're just in the simulation now.
Oh my god.
Gotcha.
I'm getting chills. Yeah, I know Halloween is supposed to be over. What are you doing? I'm scared.
Write the name down again. I got chills.
Write his name down. I'm getting chills. Oh my god. Write his name down again.
God,
that's a deep. You're gonna have to put the deep cut for that one in the description.
That's a deep cut. Okay, so there's was that ventrillo harassment?
It was. That was the woman that said, "I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker, old style. Old style, motherfucker.
I'm gonna kill you, old style." It is the quintessential definition of like internet puffer phishing, where like she was like saying that she's gonna like murder this random person, and then like 2 minutes later they keep showing up to her ventrillo. Okay, let me try to encapsulate what this is. So, I'm gonna just give this for like our Zoomer fans. Our Zoomer fan, like probably one person, that's below the age of 70 that's listening to this. So back in ye old internet time, there was a voice program called Ventrillo, which is like you could kind of see like a proto Discord but it was just for voice chat. I mean, you could use text too, but it definitely was not made for that. So you show up, like, you had to like rent a server pretty much, or you could use free servers.
Oh, and then I remember the free servers were nightmares.
Well, that's where all this content came from. So then there was a genre on YouTube that was called like ventrillo harassment, which was like, you know, pioneered by one person who had like I think his moniker was like Ventrillo harassment.
Yeah, I think that was his thing. And he'd had like the Duke Nukem soundboard, blow it out your ass. Or
I'm
like
here
what?
to
It's
kick
like,
ass and chew bubble gum.
yeah.
I'm all out of gum.
And like I think one of the mom's clapbacks is like, yeah, and you're all out of cum too, aren't you?
Yeah, she said that.
Like she's responding to a fucking soundboard.
So this guy would go into these like open Discord, or open Ventrillos, and just like play these soundboards and just be generally annoying and ruin people's like nights or whatever. And
he would go into the venties.
You would go into the venties, the venti lattes.
Well, some people had it's all in how it's received, right?
What do you mean?
Well, because there was some groups that he would go and quote harass, and they literally had fun with it.
Yeah, they'd be like lighthearted and like laugh along with it and be like, "Oh, that's so wacky," and then like
like I got a ring in there, like when he would take the sound clips from the server and then replay their own voices back. That was the best because it was in the moment.
Would Ventrillo harassment do that, or are you thinking of
Was there another one?
There was another. Ventertainment was the one that I've noticed would do like a lot of like.
I always thought they were all on there, but I don't.
Recordings.
I always forget who was who.
They're all different dudes. I mean, like I just like how some people would watch like How I Met Your Mother like over and over or whatever dumb shit. I would just watch these like random episodes of Ventrillo harassment because it's just, again, as I said in our deleted. In the special Patreon deleted episode of this podcast, to me, a true humor to me is absurdity. I love absurdist humor. I love like just wacky, insane, and I mean I think that's like some of the most timeless types of humor is absurdist because it's like it can maybe be grounded in like a concept or whatever, but you're laughing at the absurdity of it. So it's not the fact that you're making fun of the prime minister in 1970 or whatever. It's the insane thing that they're making fun of, like a situation or whatever, a la Monty Python. But
we live in an absurdist world, and sometimes the only way is to like laugh at that, is to point it out and recognize it as such.
It's like beyond parody sometimes. I mean, especially the times that we're living in now is like like parodies become reality. It's fucking wild.
Like the thing that I like about the kind of Ventrillo harassment is that it's so kind of like abstracted from a genuine interaction, but it's also at the same time so personal,
It's so genuine,
it's this guy in this open server that how did he find it? Who fucking knows? Like he found it through some nerds playing World of Warcraft or whatever. Yeah. And then he just goes, I mean, that's where 4-string 4-stam leather belt came from.
Yeah.
Oh my god, 4-string 4-stam leather belt. Level 18? Like that is amazing. Yeah. That is an amazing moment of like genuine nerdgasm fucking shit, and it wouldn't be captured otherwise.
True.
And like nobody knows who that guy is. Like he has total anonymity. Like he's not. Yeah. He can't really be getting bullied over this.
He's not like the meme.
Unless
not like
people know him.
One of those meme people.
Yeah, his face isn't there. He has no name association. There's nothing tying him to it. It's just this like little like like a time capsule almost. Of like such a cool era on the internet when people were more sincere and authentic and genuine.
Yes.
Where they would be like that. Where now it's just like, people communicating fucking memes and it's fake. Well,
everything's the most epic moment to ever happen ever.
Yeah, every situation is insane. All this stuff.
Let's go.
Let's go. All this stupid shit. There's no sincerity or authenticity to it. It's just all bullshit. And that's what that kind of stuff like really like. That's why I like old griefing videos, because you're getting people
because people cared.
Because people cared. Yeah, that was the coolest shit. Because it wasn't about the griefing. It wasn't about the pain. It wasn't about causing pain. It was about sincerity. People actually gave a shit.
It's a very good angle on it, but yes, I mean, I agree.
I mean, it's funny when people get mad.
Yeah.
But it's also funny to see how people deal with that kind of situation.
How they cope with it or whatever.
Yeah,
totally.
Exactly. It's like, because I mean, just for example, you have this woman who is like saying that, that she's gonna fucking kill somebody, motherfucker, old style.
cut his balls off. And
Yeah,
stuff. Like,
some down throat or something. She's also crazy as the fucking soundboard. But then you have these old guys that are like, "Oh, I said that 5 minutes ago. It must be bouncing off the moon."
That is peak
boomer
peak.
internet.
It's so
good.
funny. So in that one, it's just these like old guys, like these old men playing World of Warcraft together, going through like a dungeon.
I think they're going through Black Fathom Depths.
They're going through
BFD, Big
yeah,
Fat
for
Dick.
sure. Yeah, they're going through Big Fat Dick, and they're going for like I think they wanted to get like a belt or a bow or something.
Oh, he got a ring in there last night.
Oh yeah, there's a ring. I got a ring in there last night.
I got a ring in there last night.
So
Drop your pants.
Oh yeah, I guess this is one where it's like they play what the people in the ventrillo are saying back to them, and then this was Ventertainment, by the way, and they so the way they explained it away was, oh my, I don't know, it must be bouncing off the moon.
Yeah, like they're so confused. They're immune to being trolled.
Yeah,
they think that it's bouncing off the moon.
Like, that's the wildest thing.
Like, they have no idea what's going on. They don't know that there's another person that is in the venti that's just spamming the shit that they said.
Yeah,
they can't even fathom that they're getting trolled because they're such gold-souled individuals. They're so sincere and naive and kind, and I think that is something to cherish. I hate more than anything the insincerity and the what's the thing, like what would you, like the Simpsons kind of humor. No, it's a little softer than that. It's not. It's the lack of respect.
Irreverent?
Yes. Yeah. Like the irreverence. I don't really like irreverence. Now, I don't think we should be reverent to everything. Everything should be questioned and be critical of it. But I loathe this like swing to the other side of just like, oh, nothing fucking matters. Nothing's important. You know, nothing should be respected. All this kind of like stupid, like kind of nihilism bullshit.
Thinking,
because people say that shit. I have never met a single fucking person in my life that
like
has ever lives it exactly. The only person that I've ever met that even came close to living in the nihilist like ideology is myself. Is like, I remember when I lived in fucking Two Rivers and bad things would happen to my vehicle and I would be like, well, fuck, now what do I do? And like, it never got me down. Like one time I crashed in the fucking snow in my Jeep. And I'm like, well, I mean, I got some pajamas in the back. I'll just fucking put those on and walk home. And it's fucking blizzarding outside. Yeah. And it's like my vehicle is in the ditch. And maybe it's damaged. I have no idea. Was I concerned? No. Was I hurt? No. And sure as shit, some other car comes driving down, and the guy's like, "Oh, he's panicking. He thinks I'm dead." And I'm just like, "Oh no, my vehicle, there's no visible damage, but I'm in the snow in the ditch." Like, and I'm like, "Oh no, I'm fine. Actually, can you give me a ride home? Like, I'm just like literally 5 minutes that way." And he's like, "Okay, yeah." Well, first he thought I wanted to go to the hospital because where I live was by a hosptal.
It was right by it, yeah.
Yeah, so he thought he was really concerned. I was like, "No, I don't want to go to the hospital. I live down the other road." So yeah, then me and my dad just like pulled my vehicle up. But like when I lived that life, like I had nothing going on. I was just working at a restaurant and I don't know, something bad happened. Whatever, you just deal with it. But it never bothered me. Like that was like, a couple hours maybe of time lost, right? Because it's like, my vehicle crashed now. I gotta go get it out of the ditch and drive it back and make sure everything's okay. But like, those were interesting things that that was the spice of life for me.
With like horrible things happening to you?
I mean, it wasn't horrible because I didn't feel that.
I'm making it hyperbolic.
Yeah. But I think if you are living the nihilist ideology, then that everything is the spice of life. You can't pick and choose to be like, oh, this sucks and this doesn't, you know?
Well, see, it's funny because I have like a kind of a similar take where it's like, because nothing matters, just have fun with it. Like, it doesn't matter, so just have fun. Just like, you have to enjoy it in your own way. If you truly feel that nothing matters, which it kind of doesn't, like in the grand scale of things, like most of your shit doesn't matter. You're gonna live it. You're gonna live, and then you're gonna die, and then hopefully you made like a good impact. This is kind of my general mentality, is like, hopefully I made a good impact on the people that I've had influence over or whatever. But in like the long run, like I'm not concerned about like lineage, progeny, that kind of crap that people are like seem to be like obsessed with.
Yeah, that was always like a
having a big impact or whatever. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't that shit doesn't matter, man. Like
that's always like a common theme in so many like kind of like ancient world stories of like Greek and shit, you know? And it's like nobody knows anyone's kids. They only know like a single story about a single person, you know?
Yeah.
Like, but like it does feel like the most kind of pathetic thing to want to like be remembered by people you'll never know. Who cares? Like,
to me,
you know?
well, because to me it's like it's not that my name's gonna be remembered, but I hope at least like some ideas and like something intangible thing about me like echoes and resonates through other people and the people that I've influenced. Like,
yeah,
that's what I hope for.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
and it's not like a. I mean, that's in like a silly way. That's like how I believe we all live on. Like you could, like what kind of a very reductionist way of like saying like what reincarnation is of like living on through another person is like certain aspects of yourself that you probably inherited through another person or whatever, being passed on to like again the people that you've come in contact with in this world.
Yeah,
and just resonating through there.
I was gonna kind of relate it to like, are you familiar with Steins Gate?
I am, just because you tell me about it, but
okay.
you know,
but not actually. Okay, it doesn't matter then.
Yeah,
but like in the thing, there's like divergences from like your home world line, and I think you know, in a similar kind of way, you could think about it like that, where like whatever you do, you're just like moving the needle, you're moving the percentage point just a little bit more in direction of like whatever it is that you do. You know, like, you know, you stop and help somebody, you have a conversation with somebody that you never met before, you have some kind of impact, and that impact bleeds across into other avenues. You know, like I can't, like, as much as I come off as a person who is like chronically maybe misanthropic and like filled with hate, I can tell you that like I have so many like genuine little moments of like brief kindnesses with people that I always enjoy. And it's always so interesting to me. I don't really talk about these because it craps my image.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Very true.
You know, I like to, you know, if we go back to the thing where we were talking to a friend of the pod, maybe you were there. I don't know. This is a long time. Maybe this is a friend of the podcast story, but I was going to school. I was going to college when I was 24, and there was this girl that I worked with, and she would always say hi to me when we passed each other in the halls, and I thought this was kind of weird. And he was like, "Oh well, maybe she's just being nice," and I was like, "Why the fuck would anyone ever be nice?"
I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah.
And you just couldn't even fathom someone being decent, like randomly decent.
Yeah, like the idea that somebody would say hi with no motive is absurd to me. That somebody would be kind. Now, fast forward. It is
a little absurd.
It is a little. Okay, so mind you, I am a little vindicated in this story. I have a conclusion to it actually. So this part, it was a girl, mind you.
Yeah.
And naturally. We talked a little bit on Facebook. I actually asked her if she wanted to, like, you know, kind of hang out, do something one time. And she's like, "Oh, no, I'm really busy." So that didn't go anywhere. And then the next semester we were talking because we both had psych class together. And she had like a practice exam. And she actually like either copied it or whatever and drove it over to my house.
Okay.
And she was like, "Oh, I have like," she offered to do this and then did this.
Yeah.
And like, maybe in hindsight I should have like invited her in or something. I don't know. I just, for me, I was just like, I want you, I don't know, like,
you had to raid in 10 minutes. You couldn't.
Yeah, I had to raid in 10 minutes. You know, I could not, you know, I couldn't get down in that time, you know? That was it. But I don't know. I just was like,
you're an hour. You're not a minute man. You're
an hour man.
125-minute man.
Yes, 2 hours minimum. It's, you know, that's the average movie length nowadays. It seems like every movie's gonna be 2 fucking hours plus.
I can't stand it.
I hate it.
I had to pee in the middle of Dunk 2, and it's like,
oh god.
Like, how do I do it? Like, what do I do? Like, what do I do here? Like, can I just
pray?
Can I just like yell to the guy
stop the movie?
Pause it. Can you pause it for 1 minute, please? I gotta go take a piss.
Yes. They should really, if a movie is 3 hours long or like maybe 2 hours and a half, there should be an intermission. Intermissions need to come back.
I mean, and well, that's where they get their fucking money from anyway. So
Because
why would
then
they
you would go
do
buy more
that?
food and shit, you know?
Yeah.
You know, I would.
But I guess
it
it would
wasn't overpriced.
incentivize. It would incentivize like, well, I don't know if incentivize is the right word, but then movie makers would have to like have the intermission in mind. Otherwise, they just kind of pick like a literal center point, and it's like, okay, pause time, you know?
Yeah, like at the end of
Like,
the scene or something. It would be interesting. It's kind of
Yeah.
like how when they made TV show stuff, where they would.
You can tell,
you
like,
can
okay,
tell
this
when there
is
was
the-
like there's like a pregnant pause in a scene or something that's clearly
like,
intentional for it to
and
be
the
an ad
and the music
break.
plays or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to finish the story about this girl. So.
Okay, sorry.
So she brought over this exam, and then nothing came of it. We never really talked much. But one time I did ask her. I was like, "Oh, like, you know, you're like a really nice person. I'm just kind of like, you know, as weird as this is, like, why is that? You know, like, I don't know, like, why are you like this?
Yeah.
Like, people are like all sorts of ways. I'm curious why you're
Yeah.
like this." And she actually answered honestly, and she was like, "Oh, well, in high school I was like really mean and shitty or whatever, and I wanted to be like a better person."
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh, that's incredible. Okay, cool."
Yeah.
Anyway, so fast forward. Then years later, after I got married, we were friends on Facebook. She actually unfriended me after I got married.
Oh, weird.
I thought that was actually this happened like a lot of girls did this, but I thought it was so fucking strange.
Really?
Yeah, I thought this was so fucking weird. I was like, what the fuck were you looking? You never even messaged me. What are you talking about? What were you hoping for here?
I mean, it sounds like how streamers and I mean, maybe it's just like women have that experience too of just like these orbiters of like
Yeah,
they never even talk to them, but it's like
that it was just
I
like
guess,
that.
like,
It's a
nerds
potential
have
thing.
that
It's
a lot of
always
times,
there. You
yeah.
know, it's like, oh, maybe one day I'll message this person or something. Maybe I'll see what they're doing. Maybe they'll post
I
an
was
update.
talking to someone about that. Do you think being concerned about potential is like a waste of time? I was kind of thinking about this.
I don't
the
know.
other-
Expand.
Okay, so well, I mean, I'll without like giving too much away. Like I was consoling a friend, and mutual friend, and he was concerned about like a past relationship, and then he's like pining over a previous relationship, and it's like he kept like kind of going back to like, well, the potential of the relationship. Well, I'm just because I'll point out the facts of the matter, and I mean, we both know what the facts are. They were a terrible person. The person they were dating was just outright bad. But it's like I'm just but I keep going back and like the potential of the relationship. The relationship had a lot of potential to it.
Oh,
and it's
so
like,
it's like pining for an unobtained future, an
Yes.
unobtained reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
grieving, you know?
Yeah, that is creepy.
You know, it's
yeah.
not I wouldn't really call it's not healthy. That's not a healthy way to grieve at all.
Yeah.
You know, when you're imagining something that is alternate to facts,
Right.
you know, alternate to like concrete reality
Yeah.
stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's obviously not healthy. But I think that is
So
something
I'm being
that-
too harsh saying it's a waste of time. Then is what you're saying.
I think I mean, definitely it's a thought that should be challenged.
Okay.
You know, when there is an unhealthy way of coping, that should always be challenged.
Okay.
Now, the effectiveness of the challenge is, you know, how much does a person take that to heart? You know,
How ready they are to take that? Yeah.
Yeah, and some
Yeah.
people need to hear it in some ways. Other people need to hear it in other ways.
Got it.
So,
Okay, that's a good way of putting
so
it.
like
yeah.
when you challenge somebody that has a clearly unhealthy way of thinking, that is absolutely, I think, the right way to go. But yeah, I mean, you always everyone brings in their own kind of personality to it and stuff like that. You know, it's just how people.
I
are.
have no personality.
Oh darn! You should.
Yeah.
You should buy one of those. Maybe we can look up. We can get you one of those Steno things.
Let's check out the 1-star reviews on personality.
Part of personality, yeah. You can buy the Steno, and then that can be your personality.
Perfect. That definitely would be attention getting for sure.
But
People would be attracted to me in one way or another.
yeah, they would be attracted
Their eyes-
because they're fucking like, what is this weirdo sucking off in the library around me?
Their eyes would be looking at me and saying, "What the fuck is
Or
going
is that
on
like his
there?
eating device? Is eating
that
something?
Is it a feeding bag? What do you think about a horse?"
Yeah, like it's one of those like little like food troughs that's like attached to their jowls, and they just like lick their tongue and go.
To which I say, nay. This is my Steno SR Pro 1 is a pocket-sized sound booth, privately used speech, ... It's
You
cut
need
off,
one of
I
those
don't have the thing
cards.
open.
You need one of those disability cards that says that
Jokester
what.
has.
Yeah, like the jokester that you can hand to people to explain what fucking weird thing you're doing.
I wanna see the
Jokester 2. We should watch
Yeah.
Jokester 2 and then review it for the next episode.
Yeah, totally. Do you like watch it
I
together?
think, yeah,
or...
I can. It's definitely
you have a
on.
way- you
I
have
can
me- you have
definitely
means
like,
of
get it
getting
up
it. Sounds
illegally.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can watch it. We can watch it. Oh, actually, you know what? I have this really good movie theater. It's called 123movies.com.
Oh yeah, perfect.
The funniest. God.
Do you use those things? Have you ever
I've used them
things?
like twice.
I cannot
in the
trust a
last,
website
They're
like
so
that.
bad. They're so bad.
I'm like I'm just like
You're getting 80
my
viruses a
computer is
minute.
Just, yeah, my computer's just might as well download it off LimeWire.
Yeah, honestly. But the funniest joke I ever heard in a movie review podcast, still to this day, is like they're talking about a Marvel movie, and then they're talking about the after credits, and then one of the guys is like, "Oh, that's interesting. My movie theater of 123 movies didn't have the after credits."
That's funny.
And it's like, well,
really
yeah, because it
funny.
was like a fucking cam rip.
Yeah.
And he's
that's
like, my
so
movie theater of
funny. My movie theater, I love
123movies.com.
that framing, yeah, my
Yeah,
movie theater.
he said it completely straight. I still think
That's
about that to
good.
this day. It's so fucking funny to me.
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh my god. Did we leave any stone unturned for the potential thing?
No, I think that was it. I almost just kind of wanted your take, and it just randomly came up because I don't know, we were talking about like potential or whatever. And that
Well, yeah,
just,
yeah,
like,
because like I mean, clearly, those girls or whatever the fuck, I don't even know. I mean, yeah, they were girls.
Oh, that's right.
Like,
yeah,
that
because it was in reference to that. Yeah.
Yeah, like they must have thought that there was some potential in like
It's just so weird.
in talking to me or something, and then
But they weren't even talking to you.
Yeah, I know that's
right?
that exactly. That's what's so.
It
And the
was
thing
the
is
potential of
this one girl in particular, I had
potentially
expressed
talking.
interest in,
Yeah.
like on multiple occasions. So it was like, and the guy she's with now looks like just like a 4 out of 10 Wisconsin fucking dude fat bro. So it's like what the, I don't know. Like I don't know. I'm not gonna judge. I don't care. But I do find it genuinely interesting how somebody can like in their head just like leave these like, you know, things as like potentials, and then just like, oh, that person
then
isn't an
once
option anymore.
something
Well,
happens
that's
or
not
whatever,
like
yeah.
see you or whatever. I don't want to see this. It's like I don't post
Very
anything.
strange.
You know, like that is so strange. Yeah, there was a few other people I could like name drop some people from school, but it doesn't matter.
After the pod, you can absolutely.
Yeah, it's so because like people people like I don't know. It's so dumb. It's just so bizarre to me.
It's just dumb.
People
It's
are
just dumb.
strange.
People are weird.
People are dumb and weird, and like, and the thing is most of them I would not give the time of day anyway. But the ones that I
Right.
had expressed interest in and that did, it's like, where the fuck were you?
What's your problem?
Like, why
man?
didn't you like, bitch? I mean, what did you want me to say? Like, maybe I should have been. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I am an aggressive pursuant in my interests. So the fact that like how much more should I have done this? You know?
What else should? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So should we move on to what do they mean by this?
Oh yeah, you wanted to do this one. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I got a really good
So
one today.
You're the one doing it, or do I have to go through it?
Well, I'll just because I have it up on the screen. I guess I don't know. We could. There's not too much to the song.
I don't really have a whole lot about it. So.
You mean like
take
analyzing
take
or?
reins.
Yeah. Let me pull it up. Oh yeah, obviously.
I mean,
'cause I'm
like,
very familiar with the song.
Yeah, like I have my initial kind of synopsis of it or whatever, which I can give now or later. I guess it doesn't matter.
So
Cringiest
I have
videos.
the guy.
There's a YouTuber.
So I have I love how the video, because this was taken down, I think, on their real channel because it's so embarrassing. But it was re-uploaded by the A Lamau channel.
A Lamau, yeah.
So I have it up on.
Subscribers.
Yeah, he's got less than me. I'm finally above somebody on YouTube.
You're finally
I'm
holier than thou.
I'm finally the big guy punching down. So I have the guy on the fucking podcast right now. He is just so lanky and like, it's just I don't know. It's a type, all right. So anyway, let's get to it. But we're not here to analyze him. We're here to analyze the lyrics.
Yeah, that's some Barley shit.
Yeah, Barley only would do that kind of shit.
Make fun of his appearance.
Yeah, we don't need that here. So let's go. So the band or the song, the band is ETN Sin, and then the song is Remember. We're gonna need to remember something. So it starts off KB with the sauce though. I'm gonna click this because I don't know what that means. This is an extreme intellectual display of knowledge and emotional presence in someone. What the fuck?
So all the things are gonna be shit posts. It sounds like already.
Is it?
Like,
oh.
You know, like on Genius, it's gonna be like just making fun of it, like, because anyone can write a Genius translation or whatever.
Oh, you're right. These are like people are like taking the lyrics and imagining that they're like really. I actually like this first one. I'm gonna read this one. This is an extreme intellectual display of knowledge and emotional presence in multiple people's lives, and an inference that he has multiple connections and friends, that one of these is KB. He is very compassionate and interconnected with his friends' lives, as he knows KB possesses a sauce, the sauce, or multiple sauces.
Good God.
That is incredible.
Yeah, S-I-double-N-A.
S-I, because it's Sinna, E-T-N, sin.
I get it.
Okay.
Hey, I'm part of the culture. I know how lyrics is.
Remember? Oh, remember. See, they always, so the song is about dementia, because they're asking us if we remember. If who's singing the song. He had to say the name of the band, Sinna, and then he's like, remember. Okay? Oh, God. It asked me to start annotating right now. So I really just want to look at the first verse, because this is what leaves me floored. Okay? Because in the video, there's like a story, sort of. I don't know. Did you watch the video?
Okay. About half-ish.
Okay, so you didn't get to the twist. Okay, so I'll explain that.
Because you just told me to listen to a minute. And
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that was the most important part.
Homework.
Yeah. Good job.
I did my homework.
You get an A star, A+ star for the day.
Yeah, I did my part. Yeah.
So, it used to be just you and me. We would chill after classes, and I would hit you up after practice, just to get you on that mattress. And I could see you could be that girl who I could share my dreams with, but you were too blind to see this, so you left me standing there so speechless.
Well, this is a very, very relatable instance. I'm sure we've all been there.
Yeah, we wanted someone to believe in us. Because that's the next line, the pre-chorus, the pre-cum line, you never believed in me. So.
What?
Okay, before we get to the next part, because that's gonna be its own separate thing, I want to take a moment. Yep. So when I first hear this line, in my head, I'm filling in that like this guy is dating like a high school girl, and he's like whiny that this high school girl doesn't believe in him, and he's like expecting all this like fidelity and all this shit from like exactly. Because I mean, if you see the guy, I mean, he's probably a pedophile.
I mean,
like the only women this guy's
like boy bands are like, isn't that just like a ubiquitous thing in like the culture or whatever? And this seems like it's like a metal boy band or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like something else, all right. I'm gonna say that's
Well, and this if you listen to this actual song, it's like they took like 5 genres, put them in a blender on Pulse.
Yeah, like
it's not even fully emulsified.
It's not. It's just,
no, they're like chunky. It's like chunks of all these different genres.
It goes in and out.
Skewed all over the place.
It's like you're having like a fucking like a nightmare, but you're like waking up through different levels of the nightmare, and then you're like, oh no, now I'm in the trap section of the song. Oh no, now I'm in the fucking the scream, the hardcore, the post-hardcore section of the song. Oh no, now I'm in like the
nightcore section of the song,
like the fucking smooth R&B, like I'm gonna seduce you part somehow, where he's like singing like a fucking like really high pitched falsetto, and he already sounds like that, but then he's it is all over the place. It really is. It's the blender on Pulse. And their blender ain't working too good, honestly.
No, it's borked. They got it. They did not add mustard or do you know any other emulsifiers? I know mustard's a really good one. Either straight up mustard or like mustard gas. Like ground mustard.
No, I don't do. I hate blenders. Every blender I have, or every blender I ever use, is like the most fucked up thing ever.
Well, I mean, you don't even have to emulsify something. You don't have to use a blender. Sorry.
Can I use my
cooking
balls?
Sorry. We're doing music stuff. We'll
emulsify this guy's ass later. I bet he emulsifies things.
No, he emulsifies it real good. He mixes it up real good.
Oh yeah, because KB with the sauce.
It's KB with the sauce.
How do you think he's making the sauce?
The sauce needs to be emulsified.
Duh, of course.
It's gonna break otherwise. Oh, egg yolk is a good emulsifier too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anyways,
now is an emulsifier? Is that something that like combines things?
It binds it together.
Binds. Yeah, that's the word I was thinking. Okay, cool. I'm glad I was in the right track. Okay, great. You know what? KB with the sauce, he's binding the song together.
Well, he didn't do a very fucking good job with it. It's so chunky.
You're right. Each section is its own thing. So
it's a broken sauce.
You can taste each separate ingredient. That's how good the sauce is.
Yeah, that's what you like. You just like to every time
I'm getting a different flavor completely. It's like I'm just like taking. Ooh, here's mustard. Ooh, here's fucking the hot sauce.
Here's
honey.
Hot trash.
Gosh, ooh, hot trash. So the chorus. This is the most important part of the song. This is the part that anyone listens for. Here we go. I'm one of a kind girl. You can't find nobody else like me. Yeah, you were out of your mind, girl. 'Cause I'm that neighbor. I'm that neighbor.
With an A.
Neighbor. I'm that neighbor. I'm that neighbor. I'm one of a kind girl. You can't find nobody else like me. You were out of your mind, girl. 'Cause I'm that neighbor. I'm that neighbor. You know, I think there's a comment on the video, but I actually discovered this from Brad Taste in Music. Rip in peace, may he rest his soul. That he described this song as a Trojan horse for the N-word. That the song lures you in.
People can just say the N-word because of the song?
No, that like the song lures you. I think somebody wrote out his quote in a comment though. Yeah, Brad Taste described it best. The song is a Trojan horse. It lures you in with cringy trap metal song, and then it hooks you with the gamer word. Which is very true. That like you come in and it's like, what is going on? This is so absurd. And then he's like, I'm that neighbor. I'm that neighbor. And it's it's amazing.
He really thought that was gonna like solidify his fame or something.
You know, this is probably his most famous song, I imagine, because I've never heard of any other songs.
Infamy is a type of fame for sure.
But yeah, basically then the song just kind of goes like, you know, it's just pathetic. Like, oh, we could be friends. I thought you were my girl who I could believe in my dreams. You left me standing there so defeated. We'll get to the girl section. Her section just sucks ass.
Oh, the girl sings too?
Yeah, the girl sings too, and it is so auto-tuned. It sounds like, do you know the band I Set to Kill?
No.
Okay, well, they're like a fucking 15-plus-year-old fucking like female vocal, like kind of hardcore screamo kind of band kind of thing, but the girl like also like, you know, does like clean vocals too. And basically the girl in this band sounds like she wants to sound like I Said to Kill, but like she can't sing, so she's like singing like very flat and monotone, and then they're just like taking auto-tune and distorting the auto-tune as well, so it sounds horrific. So like
it's very overproduced is what you're saying.
Yes, it's overproduced, and honestly it's probably for the best because her regular singing voice cannot sound good. So like once again, it's like this guy is whining about like what I presume is like this, like he's only talking about, the only thing that he talks about her that he likes is that he picks her up after class to fuck her. Like literally just to get you on the mattress, and he's complaining that she doesn't believe in him. It's like, what have you given her to believe in, dude?
For some people, that is an entire relationship.
That is insane to me. This is fucking this song. The reason I want to talk about it is because he gives you all the evidence to view him as a pathetic loser.
He's the worst. Yeah.
That he literally this line right here, just to get you. I would hit you up after practice just to get you on the mattress. And then he's like, oh, but you don't believe in me. It's like, bitch, you're fucking around with some immature girl that's getting with you for the dumbest reasons, and you're mad she doesn't believe in you. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I was at one time in my life pursued by an underage girl, and I can tell you this: I did not ever give a single fuck about what her opinion of me was, because she was underage and because she was like, you know, just younger and emotionally immature. I did not give a fuck. Like, I cannot imagine.
That neighbor.
And I'm not this neighbor, because this neighbor is a pathetic loser. And that's why I want to talk about it. But yeah, there's this part with the girl. Where does she come in? Alexa Lilith? What the fuck do you say that? Oh yeah, there's a part where he's like just doing like the stupid, like, I don't know, maybe this was the more trap where he's like, I'm a neighbor, we're running from the law, I'm a rock star, I play the guitar, I have a cool car. Like, it's just literally like ChatGPT could have written this section of the song. It's just fucking terrible. Now the best part is, and I'm sorry we can't play it, you're gonna have to go listen to the girl's part of the song, but she's just saying the lyrics that he said. She didn't even write any lyrics for the song. I don't know why she's even featured. She just came in with the laziest fucking section of the song. She's just like, I'm one of a kind girl. Like, she's not even like, Or he's singing, but she's just saying the same thing that he's saying. And she's saying that I'm one of a kind boy. She's singing that to him. And you were out of your mind, boy. Like, she's like saying earlier that they need to, like, you know, you were never the guy for me. Change the perspective. When I said goodbye, I meant it. There's no second chances. Let's both forget about this. But then in the video, if you watch the video, she's like getting with this other guy. And then he shows up and points a gun at her and then the other guy. And then she takes the gun and she points at the other guy. And then they start like making out while she's pointing the gun at the other guy.
That's pretty
It's like some crazy, like, I'll fast forward it here. It's like some crazy, like, NTR plot. It's genuinely insane. Yeah, she's like pointing the gun. She's like on his cock. And then she's pointing the gun at the guy she was just making out with after presumably her ex-boyfriend, Mr. ETN Sin, who's good friends with KB Sauce, shows up with a gun and then they like leave together. And it's just like, it's just genuinely fucking insane. Like, who came up with this plot? Who thought this was cool?
Atkinson, I'd imagine.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It was pretty dang cool.
Yeah, he probably did. You know, the best part is she's like, I'm that bitch, and how she says bitch is like, bitch. I'm that bitch.
Do you think we're just saying the name wrong and it's supposed to be some kind of like epic pun? Like Etienne Sin?
No, because it's like a French name. I'm pretty sure it's Etienne.
Oh, is it?
I'm very confident of this because
I
play Bloons Tower Defense 6 and there's a character named Etienne.
Got it.
Although they spelled Etienne wrong. I think it's supposed to be with 2 T's. So you actually, wait a minute, you're onto something. They spelled it wrong. I think it's supposed to have 2 T's. They only have 1 T. So maybe you're right. Maybe it's supposed to be Etienne Sin. Etienne. Let's keep saying it. Let's get to some, like, what's that thing where you say a word enough and it comes to something else? Etienne Sin. It's like attention. Like maybe he's saying attention. Get it? Attention. You know? Attention. Etienne.
He needs because he needs attention.
You're right, because he's insecure.
The only way he'll get attention is if he says the N-word.
If he's that neighbor. The only way he's gonna get attention from his underage 16-year-old high school girlfriend is if he is that neighbor, and by being that neighbor, he's got to say the N-word.
He proclaims to be that neighbor.
That is, we've cracked the fucking case.
I think we finally cracked a case. I'm really concerned about that Matrix situation in Amazon, but I'm glad we at least got to the bottom of this one.
You know, there's only so much we can take on in a day, unfortunately.
I agree.
You know, maybe it's time that the friends...
I think it's time...
I don't know what the friends do when it's over. I think
it's time for the friends to take a nap.
Yeah, true. And what does, you know, what kind of day should they have?
I think if I had my little way, they'd have a little Fontleroy day.
That's
personally
lovely.
Yeah.
You know, this is to all the friends out there. We're wishing you from the Friend Simulator podcast.
Have a Fontleroy day.
Goodbye.
And we love you.